And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. In this segment, we've got college basketball highlights as San Bernardino Valley College took on Mount San Jacinto in men's and women's hoops. In the men's game, this was for first place in the Inland Empire Athletic Conference, just like it was when they played last year at SBVC. Both teams came in first place with major conference championship implications. And so far this year, the two teams going into the contest, both 3-0 in conference play. So this was for sole possession of first place in the conference. Let's check out some of the highlights in this one. And the Wolverines would go up early in the first half by a score of 40-27. And they played some great defense, which turned into offense. That's DeJuan Franklin, the steal and the dunk for the Wolverines. And then here on the fast break, that is Dominique Daniels. Daniels led SBVC with 20 points in this game, and they would really step on the gas in the second half as SBVC would pull away for an 81-55 victory against MSJC. So the Wolverines 4-0 in conference play, 13-3 overall.
Elects to move, passes to Mendoza, shooting an NBA three in. Mendoza. 6 Division I players, so this is a program. And speaking of a player who came from a Division I program, Sebastian Mendoza sinking that one. Gray, good bounce, pass in and a dunk. Hoop plus the harm. Chester McCoy jamming that one in and miss offensive rebound and another dunk. Chester McCoy gets that one to go. Barely had to jump off of his feet, but hey, when you're 7 feet tall, you don't really have to jump too high to reach the top of the rim. 8 minutes. Ball coming back. McCoy again. Emphatic jam, the tongue out and everything. Bradford Evans on the call here from beautiful San Bernardino, California on a almost mid-January day. A dunk coming from Daniels. So Daniels, the little guy, can get up a little bit too.
And that was Bradford Evans on the call. We had the complete game live on IEMG. So if you're here on the YouTube channel, you can check it out. Again, the complete game between the Wolverines and the Eagles. Those were just some of the highlights as the Wolverines looked really good. Had some highlight reel dunks. Chester McCoy, the big man, he had a dozen points. Sebastian Mendoza, the bounce back from San Jose State University, he dropped 14, including 4 3-pointers in that victory for SBVC. So again, first place in the Inland Empire Athletic Conference. Now, after that big win against MSJC, we had a chance to talk to head coach Quincy Brewer, not only about that victory, but now moving forward, the Wolverines sure look like the team to beat, in the driver's seat to win that conference championship. But SBVC has even bigger goals. Remember last year, they went to the Elite Eight at the state tournament. The Wolverines are hoping to go all the way, maybe to a state championship this year. Here's head coach Quincy Brewer.
They have a great team and a great program. There's sometimes to where our defense is very strong, and I just think that this was actually one of those nights. But you got to be humble because they're going to be back. So I mean, it's just one win. If it's a 20-point win or it's a 1-point win, all that matters is that we end up getting a win. Again, I liked it because I'm not quite sure what Dominic Daniels had as far as his point total, but I liked it because it was more so of a collective effort. And again, guys were actually making shots from the outside, and guys were also scoring on the inside. They're all important wins in this conference, and all obviously versus a great team like them. Again, they have a great team, great coach, good players. We have to go play them again at Mount San Jacinto, and it's going to be a dogfight there. So again, in our conference, every game is challenging, and all we can really do is just take them one game at a time. They traveled to Arizona and played outstanding in Arizona. They played absolutely outstanding in Arizona. They beat 2 national junior colleges, and they also took Salt Lake City College, who was currently ranked number 1 in the country, down to the wire and only lost by 5 points. So I think it's very important that we end up mentioning that. So we are getting better. We haven't quite arrived, but those steps are in place.
So a big win for the SBVC men, but the SBVC women's basketball team trying to pull off a big upset against MSJC, who's a traditional state powerhouse under head coach Chris Mazga. In fact, they won a state title just a couple of years ago. That is Diane Sela cleaning up the mess there for the Wolverines, and the visiting Eagles, Sandy Hireman, driving to the hole for 2 for MSJC. Then it's Hireman to Jana Roman for the bucket. Hireman from Moreno Valley and Roman from Beaumont, a couple locals there. SBVC answers. Check out the move there by Nolly with the skills to pay the bills. Mylisha Bodie Nolly, the bucket there. The Wolverines were going toe-to-toe with a mighty MSJC in the first quarter, but the Eagles use a big second quarter to get some separation before halftime. Hireman the steal and the finish there. And then it's Hireman to Alexis Williams. The Eagles in the middle of a 21-0 run before halftime. The Eagles, in fact, would outscore SBVC 29-2 in the second quarter, and that was really the biggest difference in the game as MSJC tops SBVC by a final score of 95-39. Hireman led all scores with 28 points in the game. The Eagles improved to 15-2 overall on the season, while SBVC still trying to get their first win of the year. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG. And make sure, if you haven't done so already, to make sure you hit that subscribe button for us on the IE Media Group YouTube channel. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time.